The host also name-dropped Jeopardy in a hilarious moment. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Well, not exactly for Mark Consuelos, as he recently had an interaction with an audience member that actually stemmed from a hilarious moment back in New York. During the March 1 taping of Live with Kelly and Mark from the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, the Riverdale alum shouted out one notable fan who was in the audience for all of the Vegas tapings of the talk show. As Mark explained, Judith Edmeter called into the show during the popular Stump Mark segment in February, where she managed to beat him and win a prize for her victory. But instead of just sending them to her, Mark surprised everyone by doing something not even Judith expected. Last week in New York, we had a trivia caller for the Stump Mark game. Judith Edmeter from Las Vegas. She stumped me. She won. Where is she? Mark shouted at the audience. That's my girl. When I spoke to her on the phone, I said, you know what? We're gonna save on shipping and handling costs, and I'm just gonna hand deliver your winning mug and winning t-shirt. As Mark walked over to Judith in the audience and recounted how she managed to beat him at his own game. It had to do with Snoop Dogg. He handed over her gift and asked for a hug, but in typical Mark fashion, he couldn't leave the sweet moment without joking how he needed a rematch with Judith. Thank you for watching the show, he added. Call us back next year. You'll be in the Tournament of Champions. No, this is not Jeopardy, Judith jokingly replied. There's no Tournament of Champions. Oh Judith, it's better than Jeopardy, Mark concluded. When fans saw the interaction go viral on Instagram, it didn't take long for them to bombard the comments over how sweet the two were on live television. Judith is so cute, one person exclaimed. Mark is the sweetest. Way to go, Judith, another agreed. Judith was winning over Mark, and it was so stinking adorable, a different viewer added. Needless to say, we need to see these two come together again sometime soon. Not having it, don't you mind me? Kelly Reaper snaps at live audience member who shouts at host from her seat about 420s. Kelly Reaper clapbacked at an audience member who referred to her in a way she found offensive. Live with Kelly and Mark star Kelly Reaper has wasted no time correcting an audience member on Wednesday's morning show episode. Kelly inserted a pun about marijuana ahead of the cannabis celebration holiday 420s today. Kelly, 53, and Mark, 52, discussed the tumbleweeds taking over the southwestern states of Utah and Nevada over the weekend during their opening segment. Kelly announced that the tumbleweeds were running amok in those states. Mark informed Kelly and the live audience that tumbleweeds were not natural to the West, but brought over from another country. Mark and Live producer Michael Gelman, 62, agreed that the recent phenomenon was known as weedageddon. Kelly rectified the term, explaining that the occurrence was actually called tumblegeddon. Weedmageddon is probably pot, she said, causing the crowd to bust out laughing. I see someone that celebrates Weedmageddon, Kelly continued, eyeing an audience member. She asked the person if they celebrated 420s. When they responded, yes ma'am, Kelly took the opportunity to stop people from calling her that. Don't you ma'am me. I know what 420s means. I'm not ma'am yet, Kelly told them. What does 420s mean? When it comes to 420s, the exact origin is a bit questionable. During the 1970s, a group of students at San Rafael High School in California referred to themselves as the Waldos, as they often sat on a wall outside of their school. Per the Los Angeles Times, the group began taking trips together, which they labeled safaris. One of their official rules was that the members must be stoned, as in high on marijuana. The Waldos reportedly began meeting at 4:20 p.m. to smoke, and the number became a code word for them to refer to the act of smoking weed. When the term 420s began spreading through mutual friends and acquaintances, it found footing in the Grateful Dead community. The Grateful Dead is a jam band known for its large fan base, which often follows the group from state to state whenever they tour. After 420s became a popular phrase, the origin story differed among different groups of people. Some say it is the time Jerry Garcia died. In contrast, others say it is in reference to the police code for marijuana. Any physician is prohibited from being punished or denied any right or privilege for having recommended marijuana to a patient for medical purposes. While medical marijuana has been legal in California since 1996, the state did not legalize the recreational use of the drug until November 2016. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel Jaxcey N24. Thank you for watching.